What's going on, you beautiful people? 2:56 a.m. Beautiful Monday morning. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I go to church every Sunday, and what I'm going to talk to you about is a crazy conversation that I had with Ricky. We were sitting there, and I thought it was kind of cool because either she's moving around because she has a lot going on with school, the kids, self-development, or I'm moving around. And yesterday was Sunday, so it was crazy that Malachi and Silas decided to go ahead and go to the park and play ball. Well, they left me. Let's be honest, they left me. And I guess they figured I was too old to hang out. So we had a chance to sit there and talk. And I told my wife that I had been feeling lately that I needed to pray more. And I needed to meditate more. And I needed to develop a sense of empathy, and not in a way where it's being empathetic for somebody who is 100%. Well, I take it back. Being empathetic for anybody. Being empathetic for people who have perfectly good arms and perfectly good legs and a perfectly good working mind and still refuses to move. I must be empathetic because at one point in time I was there too, right? So I have to be empathetic to that. I get it. I don't accept it, but I get it. I understand. But there's a way out of it. And when I was talking about praying, is I know that prayer works, and I know that there's a God, and I know that when you talk to God, just because it doesn't happen immediately doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And with that said, I know that it's important to take my questions, to take my issues, to take my problem before him, lay it on the altar, and consider it done. And so many times throughout the day, I make decisions, and never once do I consult with my high counsel. Never once do I consult with my high counsel. And then by default, similar to what I'm getting ready to say, I kind of just get whatever's handed to me versus making a direct request for the thing that it is that I want. And then meditation. Not taking the time to ponder, to think about, to visualize what it is that I want. Listen, you go back and look at my videos over 2 years ago. They're nothing like what I talk about right now. They're nothing like how I talk right now. They're different. And that's a progression over time. But without meditation, by default, whatever my conscious mind decides to think or dwell on is what I get. And as we were having this conversation, I said it's crazy. It took me 40 years to come to the point that if I simply have empathy, I can relate. If I pray, I can get the answer to the problem. And if I meditate, I can see what I want, and I can create the atmosphere that drives me in the direction of getting what I want. It's so hard for people to see, and including me. I'm not above it. I'm not above what I'm saying. But it's so hard to see. You have to go through so many things in life to get to a point where you come somewhat semicircle to a reality and a point that always existed. And for me, it's been burning at me It's been literally gnawing at me as a secret force within inside of me. And it laid simply in the hands of prayer and meditation. To close my eyes, to block out everything completely, and to only visualize what it is that I want and not what I don't want. And I just kind of said, this is where I'm at with things. I want a certain life. I want a way of living. I want to be happy. I don't want the problems to be a problem. And that's kind of where I left it off at. You too are going to come to a point in your life, if you search hard enough, that you'll come up with an answer that works for you, that will deliver you to where it is that you want to be. That's plain and simple. It might not be the way that I do things. It might not be the way I see things. But if you continue to question, like I sound like a teacher or something, but if you continue to question life, your friends, your values, your principles, you'll keep getting an answer. But the day you stop questioning it and start accepting it for what it is and as it is, that's the day you start being ruled by default. And other people start making up your mind and making your decisions. Decisions that don't necessarily work for you, but are backed by popular demand. That's it for me. I'm out. Kill this gym.